Hi everyone, I just want to do a quick flip video as well about proper MLA formatting. If you have already gone through this in your English classes, then you feel free to just press pause and move on. But if you're less familiar with MLA formatting and what it means to have sort of this professional title, I just want to make sure you have a sample here. So this is a proper MLA formatted paper. You'll notice several things. You'll notice that the author's last name, meaning you, the author's last name is here with the page number, and that corresponds, as you see here on page 2, that continues through the entirety of the paper. You'll also notice here that the left justified, to say that means that left justified means that the text is all aligned on the left side, versus this is right justified. The text is all aligned on the right, and this of course would be center justified, being the title. So we have the author's last full name. You have below that the teacher of the course, professor being what you will use in college. The course number, course name and number, so this would be U.S. history, and then the date, which is written in the format of date, month, year. You'll notice, and I'm not too particular about this, but you'll notice that the title is centered here, and it is not bolded or underlined or italicized. And actually, for you all, you actually are turning in a title page in addition to this. So, but that's just kind of the basics here. You'll also notice that the entirety of the paper is double spaced. So there is no part of the paper that is single spaced. Just as a reference to what we just went through in the last flip video, you can see here is an example of those inline citations. So you can see that the author has written in their words here, and then here's the quotation, author's last name, page number, parentheses, and period on the outside. So let's talk about just the logistics of how it is you actually set this up in your own paper. Now you got to forgive me, my word on this computer, the word computer is a little bit weird, so there's several things that are different, but generally speaking, I'll be able to show this to you. So the first thing, to get that author's last name here, you would hit this button right here, which is the right justified button. And it says, as it says there, it aligns text to the right. So we'll start with your last name and the page number. Immediately you're going to change this to proper font, which is Times New Roman. Little quick keystroke trick. If you hit the Control and letter A, it will highlight the entire, it's for all, it will highlight the entire thing. So right away I'm going to change this font to Times New Roman. I'm going to change it to size 12 because that's the standard. Now I'm on the second line. I'm going to right justify my text. I'm going to put my full name. I'm going to put the, and you'll notice right away it went to single spacing. We'll address that. We'll put the teacher's name. We'll put the course. And we will put today's date, which is the 21st of May, 2015. Now you notice that that is all single spaced. There are two options. I'm going to show you the longer version, then I'm going to show you the shorter version. Longer version, you go to the word paragraph and do this little call out box, and we'll change line spacing to double. Okay, that's one option. And let me make sure I highlight this so that it actually is meaningful and impactful. There we go, double spacing. That's one option. I just hit Control X, or excuse me, Control Z, which is undo, just in case you are interested in another keystroke. You also can just go right here to that button where the arrows are up and down and change it to double spacing. Now I'm going to center justify this text. I'm going to call this I'm going to say Civil Rights Movement. A completion of Reconstruction, question mark. I'll put that as my title. Now I'm going to left justify my text. Please make sure you tab in. Please, for all that is good in the world, do not do this. I'm hitting the space bar 10,000 times. Instead, I'm going to delete that. Just use the tab button, and now it is perfectly aligned for you to begin to start your paper. So just so you can see how that will look when it's aligned. Now one little thing, I noticed this on the school computers in particular. I don't know if you've ever had this experience where you're trying to get something single spaced and you go up here, but there's still, and you'll hit return, and then there's like 10,000 extra lines of text afterwards, or extra space. Sometimes that happens because where it says here, spacing before and after, a lot of times on computers now, there'll be a space, that after key will be spaced out, so there's 10 extra spaces after things, and you'll notice that when it becomes hugely spaced in between. So please make sure when you're doing your formatting that the spacing reads for both before and after as 0, and then it's perfectly aligned. I can't think of anything else to show here, but if you have any questions about this, just let me know. I'll be happy to help you. One little caveat, or just a little side note, Google Docs is a pain in the behind to try to do some of these formatting things. So I would highly recommend, if you have the ability to do so, to come on by after school, type it on one of the computers at school that has Microsoft Word, because when you export it to Google Docs or download it from Google Docs, sometimes a lot of this gets messed up. All right, that's it.